Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair wa bika nasta'inu ya fattahu ya fattahu ya fattahu. Today is our fourth session in learning Jumlah Ismiyah. So far, alhamdulillah, you already learned basic structure of Jumlah Ismiyah and rules about basic information about Mubtada, Khabar, and Muta'alliq bil Khabar. You know that there are three parts of Jumlah Ismiyah: Mubtada, Khabar, and Muta'alliq bil Khabar. And you also learn about important points about Mubtada, Khabar, and Muta'alliq bil Khabar. And I think in the second part or the third part, we also learned about the types of Khabar. And we know that there are three types of Khabar. A simple Khabar, Khabar Mufrad, in which either a single word like Talibun or Muslimuna, a single word is coming as the Khabar of Jumlah, as the Khabar, or a fragment like Idafa fragment like Rasulullahi comes as the Khabar. It can be a Mawsuf Sifa fragment like Shay'un Azimun. So we have one type of Khabar, which is Khabar Mufrad, and we another type of Khabar is Jumlah Ismiyah Khabar. So in that type of Khabar, we learned that in a Jumlah Ismiyah, we can have a smaller Jumlah Ismiyah, which is coming as the Khabar in the in this Jumlah Ismiyah. So alhamdulillah, we learned this in second or third part of Jumlah Ismiyah. And we have the third type of Khabar, which is Jumlah Failya Khabar. So Jumlah Failya coming as the Khabar of Jumlah Ismiyah. So you learned it in the previous video. And sometimes what happens, Khabar might be absent in a Jumlah Ismiyah. So in that case, the Muta'alliq bil Khabar is there, and Muta'alliq bil Khabar kind of compensate or replace the absence of Khabar. In that case, we say that Khabar is mahzoof, it's hidden, it's not there, but Muta'alliq bil Khabar is about that hidden Khabar. And we also learned that the regular form of Jumlah, in a regular form of Jumlah Ismiyah, we have the order, we have the sequence in which we have first Mubtada, then Khabar, then Muta'alliq bil Khabar. So normally Mubtada comes first, then Khabar, and then Muta'alliq bil Khabar. But there can be other combination, other sequence. We can find other sequence that are not regular, or we can say irregular form of Jumlah Ismiyah. But irregular form of Jumlah Ismiyah are not like, they are very common in when we read the Quran. Both regular and irregular form of Jumlah Ismiyah are there. So irregular doesn't, abnormal doesn't mean rare. The abnormal sequence or irregular sequence of Jumlah Ismiyah we can find very frequently. Like in these sentences, Laylatul Qadri khairum min alfi shahr. Over here, khairum, No, this one is the typical sequence. Like we have Laylatul Qadr Mubtada, then Khairun is Khabar, and then Min Alfi Shahr is Mutaliq bil Khabar, which is coming at the end. So these are the examples of regular Jumlah Ismiyah. But we can see like over here, Lillahi Khazainus Samawati wal Ard. So Lillahi is, we know, Li, it's starting with Li, which is harf jar. So Lillahi is Mutaliq bil Khabar, which is coming in the very beginning. So this is abnormal or irregular form of Jumlah Ismiyah. And when we find irregular form of Jumlah Ismiyah, so it has balagha, sometimes it has balagha implication, like the irregular form or the mutaliq bil khabar, which is coming first in the sentence, may be there for some emphasis, or it may provide exclusivity. Exclusivity, like in translation, we will have only the word only in the sentence. Lillahi khazainus samawati wal ard. The treasure of the skies and the earth belong to Allah only. Lillahi. So only, though only the word only is not here in the sentence, but this order of mutaliq bil khabar mubtada is telling us, this sequence of Jumlah Ismiyah is telling us that there is exclusivity in the sentence. To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only belong the treasures of skies and earth. So that's important to know the typical, regular form of Jumlah Ismiyah, so that we know which Jumlah Ismiyah has a special sequence. Which Jumlah Ismiyah has a special sequence. So now coming to today's topic. Today's topic is rules for Mubtada and single khabar. Single khabar, simple khabar, which is called khabar mufrad. And we know khabar mufrad is a single word khabar or a single fragment khabar. And in that case, when we have a khabar, which is either a single word khabar or a fragment, single fragment, then mubtada and khabar most of the time match in their number and gender. So mubtada and khabar match in their number and gender. A single khabar, a single khabar usually matches with mubtada in number and gender. If mubtada is singular, then khabar is singular. If mubtada is dual or musanna, then khabar is musanna, and so is true for the plural form. If mubtada is plural, then khabar is also plural. The same is for gender. If mubtada is masculine, then khabar is masculine. So this is a rule for khabar mufrad. This is not for Jumlah Ismiyah khabar or Jumlah Failiyah khabar. So the only these rules are for simple khabar. And these are the examples of a simple khabar. Haza baytun. Haza mubtada, isme ishara, rafa, and the status rafa is hidden. It's not showing because we know it's non-flexible. It is mabni. So so this is mubtada and this is single. We know this haza pointing word is single and masculine because we have hazihi, which is feminine, right? So haza is masculine and single. Baitun, our house, is single and masculine, right? We don't see any sign of femininity, like ta marbuta or alif maksura, alif mamduda, or any category of because the Arab said so, right? And then the next sentence, huwa talibun, he is a student. So huwa is he, singular, masculine, independent pronoun, and then talibun again, un is common. Un is telling us that it's a common ism and it's a singular ism also. If we see un and it on any word, if we see tanween, and that word is not a proper name for a person, then it's most likely a common ism, nakira ism. So this is singular and masculine. And then we have antum, which is independent pronoun, and it's a plural and what? Plural and masculine. Yes. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum. So anta, you, singular, antuma, two males, and antum, 3 or more males. So you all, antum is you all, plural masculine, and mubtada is plural masculine. Let's see the khabar. Muslimuna, una ending. We know that una ending is for plural masculine ism, right? So these two, mubtada and khabar, these are matching. Then we have al-kitabu jamilun. Al-kitabu is singular, right? And it's a masculine. Jamilun is again singular and masculine. As-sa'atu jamilun. As-sa'atu, the watch is beautiful, but as-sa'atu is what? Singular, right? Singular. And it is masculine or feminine? Yes, this is feminine because we can see ta marbuta is there. So this is singular and feminine. And jamilatun, the khabar that's coming, is also singular and feminine with ta marbuta. So both are matching in gender and number also. Huwa tabibun, he is a doctor. Tabibun, masculine, singular. Huwa, he, singular, masculine. Hiya, she. She is singular and feminine. So the khabar is also feminine. Tabibatun with ta marbuta. It's feminine and singular. Muhammadun Rasulullahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Muhammadun, singular, masculine. And as I said, if you see tanween, look, if it's a proper name, then it's marfa. If it's a proper male name, then it's a marfa, because male Arab names always carry tanween, right? So, but if it's not proper name, then most likely with tanween, it's a nakira ism, common ism, like talibun, like tabibun, baitun. Okay, coming back to this sentence, Muhammadun mubtada, and it is masculine, singular. Rasulullahi, Rasulu, which is khabar and mudaf, and Allahi is majalala mudafileh. So Rasulu is also masculine and singular, matching with mubtada in number and gender. Huwa, he, Huwa, he, singular, masculine. As-Sami'u, singular, masculine, because there is no sign of any femininity, right? Al-Alimu, again, singular, masculine. Over here we have two khabar, As-Sami'u and Al-Alimu. He is all knowing and all hearing. And then Humul Muflihun. Hum is third person and plural form. Huwa, huma, hum. Huwa, huma, hum. Hum means they and plural masculine. Al-muflihuna, huna ending, plural masculine, right? So these are few examples of khabar mufrad, and alhamdulillah we saw that the khabar matches with the mubtada in number and gender. So alhamdulillah, this very small short topic we covered today, and most of the other important points we learned in previous videos. And today, so it's time for exercise for lesson 17 overall. So let's do that. Do the tahleel, analysis of the following ayat. And what you need to do is to label these ayah, label which one is mubtada, which one is khabar, and which one is muta'alliq bil khabar. Okay. So this is the summary, it's like summarizing the whole chapter, the lesson 17. Okay. So keep in mind that, okay, for mubtada, we are going to use the circle, and for khabar, square, and for MBK, we are going to use we are going to underline MBK, okay? So, bil akhirati hum yuqinun. Bil akhirati. B is harf jar. Akhirati, an ism, which is jar. So, bil akhirati is harf of jar fragment. And remember, harf of jar fragment is what? Is MBK. Okay. So this is MBK. And then we have whom, independent pronoun. And independent pronoun, mostly they come as mubtada. So this is mubtada. Whom is mubtada. And yuqinun is a word. Actually, we haven't, like you haven't learned in the lessons yet, because we have been doing ism studies. Yuqinun is present tense. It's a fail, but it is coming as khabar. Okay. So this present tense fail is coming as khabar, and we can say that this is jumla failya khabar. This is khabar. Khabar, we are using square for khabar and circle for mubtada, and we are going to underline MBK. So yuqinun is coming as khabar, but this is a present tense fail. Allahu. Okay, next sentence. Allahu khaliqu kulli shay'in. Allahu is Rafa with Dhamma. So Allahu ism jalala, first Rafa ism, which is also proper. So it's a Mubtada, okay, Mubtada. Then second Rafa ism, we know that khabar is also Rafa. So second Rafa ism is khabar. Oh, hold on. Second Rafa ism is khabar. And khabar khaliqu. Khaliqu is, look, this is light. So, and no alif lam. It could be al khaliqu, right? But over here, we don't see al. So al is not there. It is light. So most likely it is, it's a mudaf also. Like it's khabar and mudaf also. So if mudaf is there, then kulli, which is jar, is mudaf ilayh. So khaliqu is changed with, is connected to kulli, right? And kulli again light. It could have been kullin, right? So kullin, but it's light. So it is again coming as, like this is mudaf ilayh for mukhalifu, but again playing as mudaf, taking the position of mudaf, taking the position of mudaf ilayh for khalifu, and then again mudaf, and then shay'in is mudaf ilayh. So we have two idafa fragment here. Sorry. Khaliqu kulli is one idafa fragment and kulli shayn another idafa fragment. And we know khaliqu is rafa and it is khabar. So this continuous chain is the khabar of the sentence. Okay. Hold on. Let me make it blue so that, like, khabar is blue square. The overall khabar is blue square, and the circle is mubtada. And we don't have MBK in this sentence. These two square are for two idafa fragment. Khaliqu kulli is one idafa and kulli shayn is another mudafa. Oh, sorry, idafa fragment. Let me erase this. So this is all khabar. Now, next sentence. Wallahu, first ism jalala, first ism. Wow is harf ataf. We don't consider at the moment. Allahu, first ism in the sentence. And this is mubtada. Allah is what? Recall bata kaf lam waw min fi an ala hatta ila. So this is what? Harf jar, right? Harf jar and ism majroor kulli, right? Kulli again light. So ala kulli is harf of jar fragment, and then kulli is mudaf and shayin is mudaf ilayh. Another fragment which is idafa. But this is all from ala to shayin is MBK. Okay, from ala to shayin, because it's all chained together. So both ala kulli and kulli shayin go into the MBK bucket. Allahu isme jalala mubtada, ala kulli shayin is mutaliq bil khabar, MBK, and then qadirun is one word khabar. One word khabar. And look, Allahu isme jalala is singular, masculine. Qadirun is singular, masculine. Allahu isme jalala, singular, masculine. Khaliqu, singular, masculine. Now, Now, excuse me, let me take a pause. Okay. Now, next one, Jazaohum inda rabbihim jannatu adnin. Jazaohum. So jazau is first mubtada. Oh, sorry, first ism, that is rafa, and it is connected to whom. Jazau is mudaf and whom is mudaf ilayh. So jazauhum is mubtada. Then we have inda. Inda is special mudaf of time and place. So inda is MBK. Inda rabbihim, chain together MBK. And then we have jannatu, another rafa ism, jannatu, and light. So it's mudaf and adnin is mudaf ilayh. So jannatu is another ism which is rafa. So this is khabar. Jannatu adnin is khabar. Okay. So let me clear all the writings, all these shapes, and scroll down. Okay. So this sentence is, in this sentence we have harf of nasb. So inna is harf of nasb. Okay. But inna cannot complete the mubtada until and unless we find its ism, which is nasb in status. Okay, inna is harf of nasb, so its ism should be nasb in status. And let's see where its ism. Mubtada is incomplete until and unless we find the ism of inna, and let's see where it is. Lil muttaqina, li is harf jar, right? Muttaqina ism majroor. So this is harf of jar fragment, which is MBK, right? Oh, which is MBK. So this is MBK, and then inda is a special mudaf. Inda rabbihim is again MBK because it's a special mudaf of place. So inda rabbihim, chain together. This is again another MBK. So we have two MBK yet in this sentence. Inna, still we haven't found the ism that is nasb in status, which is the ism of inna. Okay. So jannatin naimi. Jannatin naimi. So jannati is light, it's mudaf, and an-naimi is mudaf ilayh, right? So chain together. But let's see if jannati, can it be jannati can be nasb? Can it be nasb? Yes, because feminine plural. In feminine plural we have atun, atin, atin. Remember Muslim chart? Muslimatun, muslimatin, muslimatin. So atin and ending combination atin can be nasb and jar both, right? So this is jannatin is the ism of inna, ismu inna, jannatin naimi, right? And because naimi is chained with as mudaf ilayh, so both together. Oh, sorry, it has to be the circle because it is mubtada. It is part of mubtada. Now mubtada is complete. So only inna or any harf of nasb cannot be cannot constitute the mubtada until and unless it is coupled with a harf of nasb. And if a harf of nasb is coming later in the sentence, then we are going to say the mubtada is delayed. Okay, so in this sentence, mubtada is delayed because the ism of inna is delayed. Okay, now the next sentence, inna Allah, inna ism of inna and Allah isme jalala, nasb in status, it's ism. In this sentence, we have ism of inna very close to harf of nasb. Okay, harf of nasb and its victim, or we can say ism of inna. Okay. Then huwa. When independent pronoun come in the sentence, usually there's a break in the sentence. So inna Allah is mubtada and huwa razzaqu zul quwwatil mateen. As huwa independent pronoun can be a starting of another sentence, right? Independent pronoun can be, can it be? Yes. So this can be another sentence which is coming as smaller Jumlah Ismiyah. Al huwa razzaqu zul quwwatil mateen, right? So another Jumlah Ismiyah. So, okay, huwa is what? Independent pronoun, right? So for this Jumlah Ismiyah, which is a smaller, huwa is mubtada, ar-razaqu, another ism which is rafa in its status. Razaqu is khabar, square, right? Then we have another ism which is rafa, zu. Zu is coming as mudaf, but with waw, we know that this is Asmaul Khamsa, right? Asmaul Khamsa, 5 special ism, like Abu, Zu, Akhu, those 4 ism, special ism, and when they come as mudaf, they take the status with harf. So zu is rafa bil waw. So this is rafa, another rafa ism which is rafa in status. So this is again khabar, but it is changed to quwwati. Zu mudaf, al quwwati mudaf ilayh. Then this al matinu is again zul quwwati is khabar, and then al matinu another khabar. Okay, so we have 3 khabar over here for huwa, which is a smaller Jumlah Ismiyah, and this whole Jumlah Ismiyah is coming as the khabar of inna Allah. Okay, so inna Allah huwa razzaqu zul quwwatil mateen. Okay, now let me clear all the writings and go down. Inni lakum nazirum mubina. So inni harf of inna and and ya, attached pronoun ya, which is nasb in status. So actually it is inna and ni. We know that ni is nasb in status. Attached pronoun ni is nasb in status. So this is mubtada, and it has both inna and its ism. And then we have lakum, la harf of jar, and kum. We know the harf of jar is li, but when it comes with attached pronoun, then it becomes la. Lakum is harf of jar fragment. Inni lakum. Minhu is again another harf of jar fragment, and then nazirum mubinun. Nazirum mubinun is khabar, and look closely. It's these are matching in all four properties. Nazirum mubinun. Rafa with un, singular, both singular, un, and then masculine, and type is common. So Nazirum, Mubinun, both matching in four properties. So these are Mawsuf Sifa coming as single khabar. Okay. Then we have Innallaha, which is Inna and Allah Isme Jalala, Ism of Inna in Nazm status. Innallaha is, oh, not this one, the circle one, which is for Mubtada. So Innallaha Mubtada. Then Indahu is Mutallif bil Khabar, special mudaf of place. Indahu, and then Ilmu Sa'ati, right? So we can say that it's a khabar, but looking closely, like just looking at the translation, Innallaha, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we know that after Mubtada there is, and the khabar is after is, right? Innallah, indeed, or certainly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the knowledge of, if we take this as khabar, is the knowledge of our. So it's not making sense as information or khabar, right? So this is, this can be another Jumlah Ismiyah. Look closely. We know that a Jumlah, smaller Jumlah Ismiyah can come as the khabar of Mubtada, right? And we know that MBK may be may come first in a Jumlah Ismiyah. So let's see if this is making a whole Jumlah Ismiyah. Oh, no, not this one. This one, yes. Indahu MBK coming first in the sentence, then ilmu mubtada muakhar, mubtada coming later in the sentence, and asaati mudaf ilayh of ilmu, right? So this is a sentence without a khabar, and we know that a sentence can be there with mubtada, which is coming later in the sentence, and MBK in the very beginning. So this is Jumlah Ismiyah coming as the khabar of Innallaha. Indahu ilmu sa'ati, only with him. Indahu, only, why only is coming? Because MBK is coming earlier than expected. In regular Jumlah Ismiyah, and MBK is at the end of the sentence. But over here, MBK is coming in earlier. So the meaning of only is coming with this arrangement. So Innallaha Certainly, indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only with him is the knowledge of the hour. So, and indahu is MBK for this smaller Jumlah Ismiyah, and ilmu sa'ati is mubtada for this second smaller Jumlah Ismiyah. Okay. So, alhamdulillah, so far we did so many sentences in our exercise portion. Let's see if we can do. Let me clear all drawings and then we do this one. Yes. The last two sentences. Okay. Innal insana. Inna. Harf of nasab. Insana. Insana is. Innal insana is mubtada. Harf of nasab and its ism. Then li harf jar, Rabbi is ism majroor, so this is MBK. And lakanud, lakanudun, it's rafa. So this is second rafa and it's a khabar. This lam is not harf of jar. This lam is for emphasis, lam of emphasis. The same here. Same construction over here. Innahu is mubtada. Innahu is mubtada. Inna and its ism attached pronoun hu. And ala zalika is ala is harf of jar and zalika ism majroor, though it's not showing its status because it's a pointer ism, non-flexible, mabni. So this is MBK and then la shahid, lam of emphasis with lam of emphasis with one word khabar mufrad. Okay, so these are few examples, few sentences that we did in exercise. Alhamdulillah, we are done with this chapter, and inshallah, in next lesson, either we will do we'll start fail studies, inshallah, or I think we have some one or two fragments that we need to do. So it depends. Maybe inshallah we'll start studying fail, and then we will do the harf of ataf fragment, inshallah. So till next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, Allah hafiz, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.